Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. And then we let you be the judge, the jury, and the executioner in the court of public opinion. Coming to you live from Neo, Chicago, I am Officer Kevin.
I'm Officer Grant.
What's up?
What's up?
Let's give a thank you to our guest from last week, Grant Dufresne.
Yeah, this is great. We're all holding microphones physically, and we can't clap. Everyone goes to put their microphone down before snapping.
Oh, yeah, that's a little behind the sneak peek, the curtains here this week. We decided to violate our social distancing this week. Because why not? I don't know. We're all here. We're in the same room. It's for the sake of technicality. It's for the sake of art.
I'm imagining
you all to bring you art.
Sitting on top of one another.
Yeah, it's really just because there were not enough microphones, so I had to bring my setup over.
Yeah.
That's really it.
We're just three borderline autistic adults in a trench coat pretending to be one moderately functional adult.
Just one 18-foot tall normie.
Yeah.
Nothing to see
Anyway, without further ado, nothing to see here, nothing unusual. But without further ado, we got a couple guests to the show. You know them, you love them, and they're here for the first time together promoting their brand new podcast, Darksyde Jills. In the red corner, we have Niko!
Hey, what's up?
And in the blue corner, we have Sriracha!
I'm very excited to be here. Thank you. Ignore the truck.
Thank you
outside.
for coming.
Ignore the sirens in the background.
Yeah. Or people with their weird instruments playing.
We're going to get through this, guys.
Or people just screaming.
Or the people driving around just blaring Hispanic music at 9:30 at night.
I mean, that happens here too.
It's a small world.
Makes the world go round.
Small world.
Yeah. So, you've both been guests on the show before. Niko, the queen of the voicemails. You've been on the show a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Sirancha, you've been on the show before. You did our very first ever live show.
Yeah.
Which feels like an archaic thing to say at this point in time.
Right.
That was BC, before COVID.
Yeah.
As soon as Chairman Cuomo lets us leave the state again, I can't wait to be back in Chicago.
Yeah, well, I feel like when all this is over, we gotta just hit the live shows hard. Let's all get together and have a country bear jamboree of just podcasts coming together and living it up on stage for a crowd of upwards of 12 people.
Playing the Malort bottle. Like, you know how they bang the jug that says XXX? It's just a bottle of Malort.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm just fucking blown into the top of it.
It could be worse. It could be a jug of piss.
We have
Hey, on that note,
extensively spoken about piss jugs.
yeah, Niko, Sirancha, you guys have collaborated. You've came together to bring the world a brand new podcast called Darksyde Jills. I'm gonna just hand this over to you two and let the audience know exactly what that's all about.
Well, gentlemen, it's a podcast. It's not really about anything. It's just about internet cringe. But this week, I'm so excited. We are going to be talking about 90 Day Fiancé, the artwork, the best show that has ever graced reality
love
TV.
90 Day Fiancé. I have talked on this fucking show about 90 Day Fiancé more than once. Like, oh my god!
So, and I think Grant and Kevin
I can talk about it.
will be. I think Grant and Kevin will be joining us this week as well.
Yeah,
so maybe
well,
we could introduce them to it because, man, you with you sex having males, you think you're better than this show, and you're not. And I will introduce you to the fine art that is watching a woman lock her South African husband in a shed for 30 days while she fucks off to Costa Rica.
I have seen a handful of episodes. I think I might be familiar with that couple from the show.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a heavier woman. Is that the MAGA couple?
Oh, well, when you say
Is it the
heavier
MAGA
woman.
couple?
No, that's Angela and Michael. We're talking about this American chick who got a white South African to live in her mom's shed to clean it up because he has internalized racism or something. It's great television.
It's the best television. And then she just leaves. She brings him over from South Africa and then abandons him in her mom's
to go to some like fucking spiritual camp in Costa Rica, aka like dance with hot like South American dudes.
Well, 90 Day Fiancé aside, I know you guys, you talk about a lot of strange topics, and you both spent...
Like piss jugs.
Yeah, you spent a lot of your teenage years browsing 4chan and all these other dark corners of the internet that we'd rather not speak of, but you will, I suppose, and that's what the show's all about. So in that regard, can you give us a brief rundown of what that's all about?
I mean, my brain has been permanently altered by having basically unfettered access to the internet as a child.
It's kind of like a warning, our podcast. Like, if you don't let your kids go outside and just give them a computer screen, they're going to end up like us. It's a cautionary tale.
Okay.
It's like, it's really deep. You might not get it.
And we didn't even have iPads when we were 2 years old. This is not even the final form of letting a kid just be on the internet all day as a child.
Christ.
Yeah, I think about it. Like, we had a computer room.
Oh
Remember
my God.
those? A computer room.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I couldn't, like it, for as much fucked up shit I could have happened to me, if I had, like, my own, like, laptop, I'd probably be like a porn addict or something.
Oh my God, no. I will forever in my
so much
adult
work.
life be chasing the high that came out with sneaking into the living room to get to the computer room to watch like Newgrounds pornography and then constantly looking over your shoulder. Oh my God, it is the best thrill. It is like being on crack. It is the best high and it will never be. It's like the first time you do heroin, never again will you get that high again. I will never as an adult be able to be just the intense terror in my soul thinking that my mother might come on and find me on like Meet and Fuck.
Do you think that made it more enticing, just the thrill of it?
It's like bug chasing, but for like internet usage.
Exactly like bug chasing, except you get a mental disorder instead of HIV.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Tell me a little bit about where the name came from, Darksyde Jills. I'm sorry. Asterios is in the chat right now and he said, oh my God, this is insane. Bug chasing. So Darksyde Jills, where does that name come from?
Zwick.
But there's a Darksyde filler, is there not?
Yeah, we originally wanted to call it Intellectual Dark Weeb, but some fucking computer nerds got to that name before us, so we had to change it to...
Fuck!
You okay?
Sorry.
He gets passionate. Why didn't you call it the intellectual dork weeb?
That's too mean.
We're
not dorks.
All right, well,
the Seinfeld. It's the Seinfeld theme. If you can't tell.
We could tell.
So yeah, I know you guys have been at that for a few months recently, and we'll be on it. Grant and I will be on the most upcoming episode. The most upcoming episode. That means,
not the least upcoming episode. The most.
Yeah.
It's going to be
right,
great.
so stick forward.
Good.
Stick forward to that. Oh my God!
Patreon.com/Stereos. Find all the episodes.
Yeah.
Chase that bug.
Always chasing that bug.
I do feel like just by virtue of like not talking to people regularly that it seems like everyone's having issues with basic communication.
Now everyone knows what it's like to be me. LOL being so quirky.
I'm so quirky, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to stay inside? But I'm like really bad at that.
We got we've mentioned this in the last episode. We got a brand new YouTube series. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Look for Thought Cops on YouTube. Reeducationing.
Just search the word. It's the only thing that has that title.
It's all one word.
All one word.
No hyphens, no spaces, none of that confusing bullshit.
I don't got time for hyphens and spaces, Kevin. I got things to do. I gotta teach the internet about the internet.
Right.
Okay?
And we got a great episode out so far. More to come. Look forward to it. Get ready.
Yeah.
Woo!
Put your seatbelts on. Be safe out there. We got a contest. We haven't received any entries yet, but there is a contest currently active. It's our theme song cover contest, and I'm sure
is
that
a contest the correct word for this, or is it just
just do it?
Just a thing?
It's more or less just something you can participate in.
Well, is there a prize? That's what makes it a contest.
Yeah, and I'm just here thinking everybody's hard at work You know, they want to make sure they get their, put their best foot forward.
So it's the millennial version of a contest. Everybody
The
wins.
participation trophy contest.
I mean, if nobody enters, technically everybody does win.
That's also true. Yeah.
Oh, is the prize eating butthole or something?
I know it's eating avocado toast.
What's the difference?
So yeah, send us a cover of the Thought
tired.
Cops theme song, and you can eat our asses or whatever you guys want.
What?
That's the prize. Yeah, you heard the
Forget
math.
it.
Come on, man, that's what they want.
Right.
So yeah, God, what else we got here? Leave us a 5-star iTunes review. We'll read it on the show. Do we have any, Grant, this week?
I don't know. This is your computer.
It is my computer. Check it out.
I think iTunes is the same on both of them.
Yeah, but I don't have it in front of me. He's the one sitting in front of the computer.
Let's see.
It's
He's
purely
checking.
a lazy reason.
I can't wait until we have no new reviews,
Oh,
and it just makes me sad.
guess what? We do have one.
Oh, wow.
For me, you told me to do it.
This comes
Yeah, you
from
should have did it a while ago.
this comes from somebody in the same room as us, which is not pathetic at all.
You told me to. I've definitely done reviews before.
I don't think we exactly begged for it, but I'm going to read it anyway because it is
Yeah,
a
go
5-star review. And hey, if you leave your own, I'll read it too. It's that easy. This review comes to us from Niko. It says, "Wow. Sometimes when I'm just vibing in my room, I hear Kevin go, 'Welcome to Thought Cops,' and it scares me."
She's just vibing.
5 stars.
It's true. It scares me. I'm just really stoned in my room watching 90 Day Fiancé clips, and I'm here, welcome to Thought Cops. I did that totally wrong.
Yeah. It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah,
all right.
see, and it spooks me. I'm just vibing, and I'm not vibing after that.
So yeah, go ahead and leave your own ultra-specific review, and I'll read it off on the show for you. How
Our
about
other
that?
roommate should leave a review talking about what it's like to live with
Or
Kevin.
maybe somebody else could leave a review who doesn't know us.
I listen to the show live in the downstairs every weekend.
Actually, we're on the bottom part of the apartment.
Oh, excuse the
Upstairs
fuck out of me,
neighborhood.
Nico.
So without further ado, let's move right along to a very famous, very favorite part of the show. Grant, can you believe this?
I can't because I'm being gestured by the fourth person in the room about something that's inconsequential right now.
Grant, can you believe that we're about to talk about the part of the show called 2 Minutes of Hate, where we like to blanket punish those things online that irritate us and bother us and get under our skin?
Oh, I love this
Yes,
segment.
because this is the time that we get to that part of the show.
Yeah, we're about, 15 minutes in?
That's
about right.
correct, yeah.
2 Minutes of Hate. Here we are. We like to blanket punish all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. You heard me the first time. My 2 minutes of hate this week goes to, and I say this with a heavy heart, my 2 minutes of hate this week goes to Uncut Gems references. Listen, I love the movie. I think it's a great movie. But if I see one more person, one wisecracking jokester on Twitter, and their funny post with, "This is how I win," I don't want to see it. I'm done with it.
It's funny, though.
It's
so funny.
It is
it's
funny.
just like, okay, we get it. You know, you're part of the you're on the fringes of film Twitter, which film Twitter only seems to talk about 5 movies. So, Uncut Gems being one of them. And I'm sick of the Uncut Gems references. Grant, I feel like you have to have noticed this at some point. We see a lot of the same people making a lot of these comments.
It's just a single image. It's him going, "This is how I win," and everybody posts it all the time. And I was tired of it almost immediately, before I even saw the movie. And now it's gone on for too long.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's not even just that. But people are just going to keep throwing that out there and dragging Adam Sandler's good name through the mud.
Right.
He's an untarnished figurehead in comedy.
Oh yeah.
He can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Billy Madison.
Let's keep it that
Film
way.
of the year 2020.
I have a punishment.
Don't look. Just do me a favor. Don't look up any of the movies he made for Netflix. If you have a punishment,
I know exactly what the thing is. We're going to do the Borat rule, where you're not allowed to... It's not going to be funny, and to like say, oh, this is how I win, or holy shit, I'm gonna come. Like, you can't say that for another like 13 to 15 years. Kind of like how saying my wife is whole fucking hilarious now. Like, you just have to let it like.
It is. What's the time frame on that? 13 years exactly?
Yeah, it's like
2006.
years.
So it's been like 14 years.
Yeah, so let's just put this one to rest for a little while. Let's just, we're not going to be voting for Pedro. We're not going to be talking about our wives for quite some time.
No, you can talk about Pedro and your wife.
We'll dust
cool now.
we'll dust it off, we'll dust it off from the crypt when the time is right. But that time is not right now.
It's 14 years in the future. Put it in a time capsule.
Yeah. Sriracha, did you have a 2 minutes of hate this week?
Absolutely, I
Anything
do.
awesome?
Oh, yeah.
My 2 minutes of hate
Go
is
off, Queen.
people that think they are too intelligent for TikTok. That is the new, I took a Facebook IQ test and it says I'm a genius, is people who think they're too good to download TikTok because, it's a Chinese app that's tracking your every movement. But then we'll happily, that app Pokemon Go, where you turn your location on 100% of the time because you want your fake digital monsters to get exercise. But this is the Chinese app that's stealing all our data. Fuck off. It's just as good as Vine, and I will fight anybody in this chat room over that. It's better than Vine, I'd even say. It's hilarious.
So I think we might be older than you because I didn't even use Vine at all. I feel like you're like 24, right?
No, I'm older than that. We're the same age,
You're 20.
Niko.
We're the same age? Oh
Yes.
my god, I thought you were younger than me. What the fuck? Fuck. I don't know then.
What a compliment.
Oh my god. Yeah, I thought you were like several years younger than me.
That's just
You look
because I
great,
have the
sis.
mentality of an 8-year-old. Anyways, yeah, no.
Anyway.
Fuck that. No, you're not too good for it. Just download it. Just try it. Just have a little taste. Take a little taste. Watch a TikTok compilation.
Wait, Sirancha, do you have a TikTok?
I don't. I just lurk. Whatever the TikTok version of just lurking is, that's what I do.
Okay. Well, why not start up an account? Get some, do some like lip sync, like dress up as like a character from Rick and Morty, and
Because if you're
sing
over,
a Green Day song or something.
I will admit there is a high level of cringe on it.
Absolutely,
There's
yeah.
somebody that keeps dressing up like the Riddler and making these really pseudo-sexual TikToks, but that's what it's weird shit. And that's what Vine was. It's just clips of weird shit. And that's what TikTok is. But if you're over the age of like 16 on that app, they all call you pedophiles.
I mean, it just seems like a very distilled portion of the internet, because that's just the internet in general is just like, yeah, there's some good stuff, there's some cringe, but TikTok is like you get it all out of the way in 30 seconds or less.
It's like when you do heroin, but you get some fentanyl instead. That's kind of what it's like.
What's with you two and making references to doing heroin?
Nico, I don't know what
it's a good
doing
analogy.
fentanyl is like, so why don't you explain? Can you flesh that metaphor out a little bit for me, will you?
I've never done fentanyl, but apparently, like, it's way more potent than heroin, and like,
it kills people.
Yeah, it kills
killed
people.
Prince.
Yeah, so like,
Allegedly.
that's what I feel like TikTok is like.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Like, that's what.
Wait, no, I thought it was Michael Jackson.
No, that's morphine.
Well,
Wait, how did Michael Jackson die?
died of
I
morphine.
don't know, touched too many kids.
Yeah, that's how he died.
Morphine, yeah.
It's like in Animal Crossing if you
Because
use
you
your
touch
tools-
yourself at night.
Because you touched. I was waiting to see who would make the first Family Guy reference, and it was Kevin.
There it is. All right, last one for the episode. We're sorry.
Is that the quota? One an episode?
We're trying to keep it down.
There has to be a quota.
So, Sirancha, would you call the TikTok community the first responders of the internet?
What does that mean, Kevin?
Like the essential workers, like they're out there, they're making it happen. They're doing like a dilly-dally dance in their room, whatever the case may
consider
be.
16-year-olds dancing in their bedroom to be akin to emergency personnel? Yes.
I mean, like, listen, I don't like TikTok, but like, look at SNL. Look at Stephen Colbert. Like, all these shows they're crap.
Tell me you guys have been
And these
watching
kids
SNL.
I did watch the first one that was their SNL stay-at-home episode out of a morbid curiosity. And holy fuck.
I watch SNL regularly because my hatred is pure. You guys, you people, you think you hate SNL because you've watched like clips of it on YouTube. I truly hate it. I hate SNL so much that I watch it every week to be enraged.
Like, why put yourself through that? Why watch SNL? Why consume all these TikToks?
Because
that's what I want to know. Is this like a...
I'm gatekeeping hatred.
Okay.
I'm allowed to hate it because I watch it. You guys don't watch it and you think you hate it, but you will never hate it on the level that I hate it.
I get it. I get this. You have to like completely understand what you hate, so you have to consume everything around it, so you can just have arguments on why it's terrible, like facts and logic.
Thank you.
Wow,
it's like
sounds like so much fun.
It's like the difference between watching YouTube videos of someone swimming or getting in a pool and swimming a lap. It's totally different. It's not the same experience at all.
Like, I can't tell if you're trying to hurt yourselves or protect others.
Both.
Or both.
Both.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. So, your punishment for these folks who hate on TikTok without good reason, what would that be?
They have to Clockwork Orange style watch 16 hours of just JoJo Siwa's TikToks. That is, you guys familiar with Dance Moms at all?
Sadly.
No.
Yes, that was, see, exactly. This was on television when we were, when cable TV was in our homes. But it was a show about stage moms who forced their kids to like dance for 12 hours a day. And there was this one girl on it named JoJo Siwa. And when she was on the show, she was like 6. So it was kind of normal that she was acting like a crack addict every episode, but now she's 16 and she can drive, and she's parlayed her reality TV career into a successful like YouTube channel where she has 1 million subscribers and she just makes slime, and she's still acting the exact same way as she was on the reality show when she was a child, and it's unnerving. And that's the section of TikTok I don't hang out on.
You know, that actually brings up a really interesting point. Like, it just connected a couple dots for me. So if you think about like in the 90s and the early 2000s, how a lot of these Disney stars kind of grew up sort of manufactured by, you know, the corporation and society around them, and they grew up to be sort of
molested.
Not molested, no, like maladjusted.
Right, arrested development.
Yeah, but like I do think that in some extent, like with the advent of Twitter and everything, I feel like everybody has this overexposure from a young age now, so everybody is going through child star syndrome.
Everybody thinks that they're famous.
Yeah, and we're all kind of growing. Now, I'm not famous. Yeah, I'm gonna lump myself in that. No, I feel like a lot of people on Twitter who do get, or Tumblr or whatever the fuck, who get popular from a very young age, go through that same sort of life cycle that you see a lot of these Disney stars go through, where before it was exclusive to that.
But they also all have like rich parents and shit like that. Like they were born into the shelteredness and then they got more sheltered, whereas like a kid nowadays that has a TikTok, they're not necessarily rich, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's the only factor, though, you know?
I think it's a big factor. Like any of the fucking NSYNC people or Britney Spears or any of these fucking people or Taylor Swift or whoever the fuck, they all have rich fucking parents, and they were all sculpted into these creatures that you see before you, you know?
Yeah,
they
but
were birthed.
I mean, the internet is sculpting because you can wake up with 100,000 TikTok. You could be just a 12-year-old dancing in your bedroom, and then you wake up the next day and everybody's telling you to kill yourself. Like, it can happen.
That is true, yeah.
Sorry I missed out on that, damn.
Yeah, no, it's a great app. Everybody download it. Give it all your data.
Niko, what's your 2 minutes of hate?
There's this genre of tweets that I absolutely hate. It's usually some white woman in her 30s, way too old to be doing this,
Good start.
on the East Coast, who's just like humble bragging about banging like losers. Like, I banged this dude who had shit stains in his underwear and didn't have bed sheets. He's so fucking stupid. And that's all they tweet about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I hate it.
have no idea what
know
you're talking
exactly
about.
what you're talking
You're so fucking
about.
lucky.
No, you're so far out of the loop. No, I know.
You're so lucky.
Niko, have you seen the subset of those tweets? The that's like the genius. This is the one under that of women that intersect with Anna Bay's School of Affluence, and it will tweet like, I banged a real loser this weekend. He got me an Uber Pool instead of an Uber XL.
Oh, there was like one specifically about this chick who was like, this guy had a tiny dick and he talked about Harry Potter while fucking me. It's like, he's such a loser. I'm like, you let him come in you. Like, that's on you, lady. You are 32.
It's in her.
Whatever.
We don't know that.
They need to like.
We don't know exactly what happened in there.
Yeah, but they're.
We can infer that magic
gross.
did happen.
Image, yes. They all have like the energy of like wet hot dog water, like a wet dog drenched in hot dog water. That's just like the aura they give me.
Like that picture of Nancy Pelosi.
But I do feel like what you're describing, Niko, there has been a decent amount of pushback I've noticed on that recently, because I saw that post about like the chick who's talking about how she fucked a guy with a small dick who talked about Harry Potter, and then like somebody like quote retweeted it, and the quote retweet got more popular, saying like, yeah, it must be nice. I'm sure that isn't insecurity at all to tweet about somebody's body to your 20,000 followers.
And it's all these chicks that are like body posy and like, I don't shave. And I'm like, shut up, you gremlin.
Similar.
Like, you have no reason to be talking about other people like this.
Hell yeah.
Similar.
Like, they're not even being like mean. They're just like, I don't know. They're just like, they probably aren't expecting you're going to be like trying to like get clout from like making fun of them for something you both agreed to.
I mean,
so what's your punishment?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Or yeah, like someone in the chat was like also saying it's like how like, oh, dudes who are fucking gross and nasty, they fuck real good.
You said guys who don't have bed frames fuck better. According to Twitter.
Yeah, like I also hate. It's like kind of like in the same thing where they're like, oh yeah, they crave it, but then they feel the shame after, so they're like, they're fucking losers, but they're into it, and they need to maybe take a have some celibacy in their life. It's quarantine. Maybe this quarantine will clear their minds of these really cringe behaviors of being TMI about weird stuff.
The only appropriate response to that is, I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
Yeah. Yeah, the punishment is they all have like race car driver cars instead.
Do you sleep in a race car bed?
Yeah, like that's not even a punishment. That's just like, you know what? You're gonna have to, every bed from now on is a race car bed.
Yeah.
That is the
I fucked a guy who sleeps in a crib.
His name was Diaper Baby Lover 59. Can you guys believe that?
My 2 minutes of hate this week is that I'm the largest person in the room right now, and I'm taking up the smallest amount of couch, and still my room is getting encroached upon.
Let's scoot down.
I also have the shortest microphone. I have the shortest microphone wire. And yet, I'm just being shoved off of it like I'm.
We made space for you. Come on.
I'm a dog that's not allowed on the couch. Get off the couch, Grant.
I'm doing reverse man spreading. It's me that's taking up most of the space.
Yeah, woman spreading. It's a big problem. Woman spreading has entered the realm of podcasting, and it's not good.
I also want to go on the record and say, as of this recording, I have officially tested negative for coronavirus, so you don't have to worry about if I end up licking Grant or whatever the case may be, he won't get sick.
Thank God.
You can also sit closer to us.
Have you guys
gotten
any...
No, I'm fine. I'm trying to prove a point here.
Have you guys gotten any Thought Cops erotic fan fiction yet?
Have we? We've had some racy photos of us drawn.
Yeah.
We've had... Berries and Cream drew that one where we're internet thoughts.
And of course, the Niko drew us the episode 100 thumbnail with the MPreg.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
forgot about that.
Yeah, classic. I don't know. My Lakembra did that like face app thing and turned me into a woman.
That's what that is?
You look like a woman who would be on 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah, this one he did like 4 of them, and this is like stage 2. Okay, maybe Ionet Runner will put stage 4. I look like a Vox writer.
Yeah,
if by the end of it,
you do.
My 2 minutes of hate is productivity propaganda is, I think, the word for it. The idea that you gotta fucking... I can't stop looking at this chat. You only have those three. I don't revisit the Twitter thread.
Why does he have these saved on his phone?
Yeah, why do you have these saved? The idea that, especially right now, that everyone's gonna fucking optimize, all their time, and I'm gonna work out 12 days a week, and I'm gonna get 18 hours of sleep a night, and also I'm gonna do yoga every day and meditate for 4.5 hours, and also I'm gonna get my taxes done, and I'm gonna fucking organize my bookshelves and clean my entire house, and I'm gonna do, all this fucking shit. I'm gonna finally buy a new car. That's the picture. I look like a fucking, like a reductress.
You look like someone who had a meltdown when Elizabeth Warren dropped out.
I did.
Yeah, you look like a woman who cried. Who is has a 14-tweet thread about why Bernie Bros ruined her chance at being president.
Yeah. When Elizabeth Warren stepped down, I was outside the White House and I was screaming, "No!" I don't know, but that's it. Productivity propaganda. It sucks. If you propagate productivity propaganda, you don't do anything. You get a pair of handcuffs slapped on you, and you get tied to a radiator, and you just have to sit there and do nothing all day until you get it out of your fucking head that you don't need to be productive all the goddamn time. Fucking relax, sit down, watch a fucking movie, stop, shut up.
It's tough. I mean, the quarantine has been tough. I'm trying to not focus too much on it on the show because I know we've talked about it. Everybody's talking about it. We're all sick of it.
We're all living it.
But the problem is, it's kind of hard to be productive. I know at the beginning of this we were hitting Twitch pretty hard. I know we kind of slowed down on that a little bit, but it's just oh man, this sucks.
I think it's you get burnt out because you're oh yeah, it's just more time, but then you're oh shit, it's more time, and you go way too hard at first, and then you're just
And keep in mind,
and I do also feel the fact that there's less and less chance to socialize with people and be around people and stuff like that does there is sort of a reset button that you hit when you act like a normal person, and I do feel there's no reset button right now, so it's just well, I can only sit on the goddamn couch and, fucking play so many goddamn video games before it's just I don't want to do anything anymore.
Yeah, somebody posted this photo from our joint birthday party almost a year ago.
Oh, shit.
And look at this, man. All of our friends were outside drinking. We're all together,
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Did Grant get taller since this photo was taken?
But I miss all this stuff.
Look how healthy we look.
Yeah. I look so much healthier there.
And keep in mind, the people that are propagating this, because I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw a fucking Instagram model or something last night being remember, the way you do some things is the way you do everything, implying that if you're not making the absolute most of your time during this period, you're a fucked up loser. But keep in mind, the people that are posting this shit don't have jobs. They don't.
Exactly,
the people who are posting this, by being super productive, they mean recording a YouTube video. That is their version of peak productivity. I recorded a YouTube video and made my own oat milk or something today.
That's literally it. Oh my God, I hate them so much.
And it's always the 10 things I do before I fucking get out of bed or whatever, or the 10 things I do before I start my day, and it's just fucking, like I said, I do an hour's worth of yoga, and I meditate for an hour, and then I make my own oat milk, and then I make a YouTube video, and then normal people that are working normal jobs don't have the time to fucking do all this shit.
No, and then they need breaks from that. Then they need entire self-care days because they made a YouTube video a little too quickly, or they put their Clorox sponsored content out twice in one day. These are not the type of people that you should be taking productivity advice from, because because when they say it, they think they're Jordan fucking Belfort, they're actually contributing something, but they're just people with no job and rich parents. That's it.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
So chain him to the radiator.
Chain him to the
That's your
radiator.
punishment?
Yeah, that's the punishment. Yeah,
They gotta get an essential job at a grocery store.
yeah.
Yeah, really.
And bring the radiator.
Dude, most of those types of people would very much so benefit from having to do a shitty fucking, minimum wage job. If you haven't done a shitty minimum wage job where you have the general public screaming at you at least once in your life, you're not a real person.
Oh yeah, I firmly believe everyone should have to work at a McDonald's at some point. We have enough of them.
Yeah. Or like any sort of fast food.
Oh yeah,
It builds character.
it really does.
Speaking of building character, if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and often unusual punishment.
Sounds interesting.
Let's get right to it. Let's talk about Toucan Sam real quick. I've been getting back into cereal during the quarantine. That's
How interesting.
He's been, what was that weird fucking cereal you brought?
Pop-Tart cereal.
Yeah, the Pop-Tart cereal. That shit looks fucking curious.
It's good as fuck.
I'm sorry.
And I haven't had cereal in, I feel like, honestly, probably about 10 years. And
You think you're so into cereal? Name 3.
Lucky Charms, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Cheerios.
Oh, damn, you know your shit.
Damn.
True fan.
Do
in
some
the
deep
chat.
cuts.
So there was a redesign of the character Toucan Sam, which is of course from Fruit Loops.
Why'd you yell at me?
Show you I know what I'm talking about.
My ear hurts
It's from
now.
the band Fruit Loops.
So they redesigned Toucan Sam. I'm going to put this in the interactive chat here. And if you want to be a part of the interactive chat yourself, go ahead and throw us a few bucks at patreon.com/thoughtcops. So, Nico, I'm going to let you describe this style. What do you think? What does this look like to you?
Looks like bad.
Well,
Looks like bad.
Is there a specific?
It's like this just looks like some shitty Steven Universe.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
it looks like
Garbage.
Steven Universe.
The
Yeah.
new.
So that's what people said is like this is
This anatomy doesn't make sense. Like
his
they
mouth.
have like anime mouths, but like it makes even less sense because it's like half of his beak. Then there'd be nothing, and it's just like the whole mouth on one side. Like it's demented.
The new-
It's fucking evil.
the new-
IONet runner in the chat has it right. It's CalArt style.
Yeah, I don't like saying CalArt style because I don't think all of the. I think that's just what's popular in
but,
general.
like,
but
yeah.
but it looks like dog shit, and I hate it.
I mean, I think that ever since Adventure Time, I feel like there has just been this necessity for everything to look like that for the past 10 years.
I'm sick of it.
And it's like that does happen. It's like you look at 80s cartoons, like how many cartoons look exactly like G.I. Joe and whatever the case may be. I get it, but like why give in to trends? You know, it's like we've already seen this kind of thing for 10 years. Why do we have to change Toucan Sam?
There's like that one's fine. Like there's like fan ones.
There's some alternate versions on the website here. We're looking at an article here on creativeblock.com. Is that your homepage, Grant?
Yes.
Creativeblock.com. They have a few different excerpts from Twitter and people just being... people are mad about this.
I think Sriracha had something to say.
I said when you were talking about what it looked like, I think the best way to describe it is that new Toucan Sam looks like he has old Toucan Sam as a sugar daddy. Like this looks this looks like a child's graphic design. It looks like it was made in kids art.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
what the hell was that one, like, what was that program, like, you know those Grounded animated shorts? Go animate.
It looks like when Homer Simpson realizes that Japan has been selling like a certain product with him as their mascot.
It's Mr. Sparkle.
Yeah, Mr. Sparkle. Yeah, he looks like Mr. Sparkle.
Oh my god, it does. It looks like that episode of Phineas and Ferb where they go to Japan and everything is anime, but anime drawn by white people.
Hell
Nico
yeah.
knows what I'm talking about.
So yeah, as a rediscovered, reborn serial connoisseur, such as myself, I do find this offensive. I think that let's keep it back to the basics. They did the same thing to Lucky Charms mascot. Is there a name for that guy?
Lucky?
Isn't his name Lucky?
His name's
Is that it?
Lucky.
I think it's Lucky.
His name is actually
We're gonna have to
Abdul.
Google this. We have to do some.
You racist.
Abdul
Yeah.
Charm, whatever.
Abdul.
His name is Shaniqua.
Yeah, and they did the same thing to him. And you know what? Am I the target demographic for the cereal? Probably not.
Probably.
Should I be eating it while I'm not moving around as much? Probably not.
Well, you seem to be the most invested in this, so why don't you punish him?
Yeah. My punishment is just let's put a picture of a real bird on it. You know, let's just take it back to the you know, just none of this fucking art bullshit. You know, get rid of this. You know, let's just go photorealistic.
Do you remember that cereal with the really realistic gorilla and
Oh my god.
Yes,
and then they replaced it just look it up. What's
I
Is
know
that the Feels one? Or
Yes.
whatever?
it was
Yeah.
like you rustle my jimmies.
Oh yeah, the Russell
Yeah.
Jimmy's one. Yeah.
That's what they should just make it like Toucan Sam in that art style because it's beautiful.
This giant bird
Just looking at you smugly.
judging your
Warmly.
choices.
I got two stories that I think sort of go hand in hand, and it's all about the topic of body positivity, because did we mention body positivity like sort of towards the top of the episode? It's important nowadays, you know. I'm not going to say what I want to say because I'm not a mean person, but there's two different things that have sort of almost like the yin and the yang sort of hit the internet at the same time. First one that I want to talk about is this article that is titled "Fuck Off Skinny Adele. I loved you just the way you were."
Oh wow!
And
So
then, yeah, there's a picture of fat Adele and then skinny Adele.
Damn, British women just be losing.
so she's sort of going the Jonah Hill route.
Yeah. So she's been losing weight for a while, and the body positivity people have been going after her because she might have like a health issue, or she might just like not feel good about herself, and she just decided to do this. And now the people that are quote body positivity people are literally bullying her. Case in point, the title of this article, "Fuck Off, Skinny Adele." It's not very positive.
Yeah, these people are just haters. They're just like they're haters. They're losers. Like,
I just want to read the first sentence, or the first half a sentence of this article. It says, Adele's weight loss has divided her fans.
Why?
I like how people care more about her weight than her music.
Really? They were like, you
Yeah.
could
Like,
tell
what
they
the
were
fuck?
so fucking invested in her. Like, look, she's fat and she's talented, and now she's not fat, and they feel like they've lost. Like a member of the army has been
Yeah.
killed.
Like, what kind of world do we live in where, like, this is the drivel that we eat?
A hell world, Kevin. A hell world.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
just-
it was a clown world.
I just gotta say, like, her cover of Love Song is an abortion, so I don't like her.
I would never listen to an
I
Adele
can't
song.
name an Adele song.
It was
I'm
morbid
sorry.
curiosity because, like,
Just-
I like The Cure, and I was just like, okay, how bad did she do? And she did bad, and it was terrible. And I'm like, I don't like her.
Do you think she sounds skinnier, like, in her songs, and like, it just makes a big difference? Or?
I don't think so.
That just reminds me of this, like, joke from 30 Rock. It was like a season premiere where Liz Lemon calls Jack Donaghy, and she's like, "Do you have a beard now?" And he's like, "Yes, I do." She's like, "I can hear it." So,
And so the sister, it's not an article, but the sister's story to this, if you want to pull this up on the doc and maybe spread this link around, is this picture of Taylor Swift. And I've seen a couple different variations. People keep tweeting out this picture. And the one that I have now is what is happening to Taylor Swift. And I saw another one that a couple people tweeted out the same picture and then eventually took it down. But she's dancing or something, and she looks thicker than usual, and that's
Yes.
it. It's
If
offensive
this
to
is
some
fat,
people.
I'm gonna just go kill myself after
Yeah.
recording. 'Cause
She doesn't
is
look
ridiculous.
bad. She was really skinny before, too.
Yeah.
I was doing some research on this, and she had like she had an eating disorder before. She was like anorexic. So this is her just looking like a person without an eating disorder.
Yeah, she's like 5'10", and she weighs
really all it comes
120
down to.
pounds, or she used to.
Yeah, she's tall, so like.
And this comes from a guy with a hazmat suit avatar, so and a stone sculpture avatar in one.
I bet he's really smart.
You can pretty much infer exactly what type of guy this
I can
is
tell
just
that
based
guy
off of
doesn't
his
have
avatar.
a bed frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she's having her eggs go to good use. Maybe she finally listened to Stephen Molyneux and she's reproducing and repopulating the white race.
That could be.
Yeah, so you know what? Maybe don't shame a beautiful, fertile, corn
Aryan queen.
Aryan queen tilling.
This is
the
like
fields.
the worst possible angle, too, because she's somehow shoving her hips out and also twisting to the side.
Right,
This is a
like
really
if-
bad picture.
It's a bad picture, but like she doesn't look like a lard ass or whatever the fuck people are saying.
yeah.
Like,
I wish I was that skinny. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
Kill myself.
I wish I had those implants that she had. Those are great.
What's your punishment? I'm gonna let you double punish these.
I don't know. I'm almost at a loss. Just because it's like, well, it's like I said, it's one woman gains some weight and looks healthy, and the other one loses some weight and looks unhealthy. I don't know what to think about anything anymore.
Equivalent exchange.
Equivalent exchange, yeah. We kill their mothers with alchemy.
Yeah.
And then bring them back. Is that what
As
you want?
Taylor Swift.
Zwick, insert the Full Metal Alchemist opening monologue here.
So have you guys heard of Chrissy Teigen?
No.
Like everything I know about her was against my will. Like,
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way because she had a kid, and now every fat mom with 3 kids in the Midwest is like, she's me. We are the same
And I mean,
person.
to add on to that, Chrissy Teigen herself is also like, I'm just like you. And I'm like, you're not like us.
give me money, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
I don't. I'm being real with you,
so-
Chief. I read her cookbook. Not good. Not good.
Isn't the premise of her cookbook just like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and this is me cooking mac and cheese for my kids. It's regular meals that anyone can make sort of bullshit.
Yeah.
Isn't it like that?
But I'm famous for some reason.
It's that, and it's a lot of Thai food because like she's Thai, but it's like watered down Thai food that children whose palate consists of only corn and chicken nuggets can eat. But no, fuck Chrissy Teigen. I'm so happy the mob is slowly turning on her. The
I've
hordes.
never liked her. I'm so glad people are finally seeing the light that she's just annoying and unfunny.
You know, one time she said she was going to come onto my Twitch stream, but
All right, Connor.
that's a deep cut that no one will get. But
If you get it, then Kevin will eat your ass.
Yeah.
So, great. So the crux of this story is she said a bunch of things, and then people got upset, and she locked her account, which the funniest part of that portion of the story is that she has 12.8 million followers. So she locked her account to effectively nobody.
One of the people on 90 Day Fiancé are Queen Darcy.
Our queen.
She does that from time to time.
Our sommelier queen, Darcy.
Oh, God.
What did Chrissy do? Why did she lock it? Because she's done a lot of stupid shit, and I think she's done a lot of borderline stupid shit, but then people just go in on her, which nothing makes me come harder than seeing that. The last one I remember about this, or the last time I saw Chrissy Teigen getting publicly railed online was when she tweeted the AirPod thing. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, yes.
I vaguely do, but if you can refresh.
yeah. My mom keeps losing AirPods, and she just throws them away and buys new ones. Isn't that relatable?
Yeah, and then everybody in the comments
give me
was
money.
like, fuck you, you people are starving, Chrissy Teigen. Like, that's her fucking fault because her mom lost some AirPods and she tweeted about it. And she had to make a public apology. Oh my God, it was nothing brings me more joy than seeing that the BuzzFeed pendulum has swung to hatred that morning.
Hell yeah.
And I know it'll always go back, but I know next week it'll be 10 times Chrissy Teigen was totally us feeding our kids mac and cheese for the 7th time this week.
She plays Animal Crossing on the Switch.
Yeah, she is a Switch. She's just like me.
So this is her tweets that got her in trouble are very much so along the same lines as what you just said, which is, oh, I'm so rich, isn't this relatable? I'm just like you, but like a better version of you. So the first one, my maid scratched my new copper pots, #glamorous problems.
Oh, bleh, vomit, but not for the reason I'm sure everyone's yelling at her.
Second tweet, I guess her dog, I'm hoping her dog is named Putty, Puddy. She says, Putty pooped on the rug again. Wet. I'm gonna leave it, go to bed, and when the maid comes in the morning, I will pretend to start to clean it.
That's not even a joke.
Relatable.
That's disgusting.
I mean, it's like a little better than Mike Huckabee.
What did he do?
Like his Twitter and jokes. He sucks. Like, look up his talk show. It's really bad.
Isn't that the guy whose son like murdered puppies or something?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What is it with Republican senators and killing dogs? Because Mitt Romney, you remember when Mitt Romney like strapped his dog to the roof of his car?
Oh yeah.
No, poor dog. We should strap Mitt Romney to
Jesus.
my car, and then I just like maybe get into some road rage with somebody.
And we fuck his ass!
Got him.
My way.
You know, to be fair, I don't think it's just Republicans. I think that all politicians, this is my centristy take on shit, all politicians just really want to torture animals. I saw a video where Elizabeth Warren was feeding her golden retriever a burrito. Which one is not dog food? Two, she was feeding it to it. She was feeding the dog the burrito on the rug, which is like not, you don't want food in your rug. You put it in a bowl or on a plate or something, right? And everyone was just like, is this dog a political prop or are you just that fucking stupid? And it's both.
Yeah.
It really is both. Because, I mean, my theory is that you have to have some level of a personality disorder to want to be a politician. I think they're all psychopaths.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the, they have to like eat baby foreskin or like murder babies to like.
Yes, Niko, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, they have to do some fucked up shit to like be allowed in the club. So.
Yeah, when everyone was talking about how Donald Trump is a political outsider, they're like, yeah, he's never eaten baby foreskin.
Or injected baby foreskin, whatever.
Right,
like,
how you inject it.
Check the flight logs.
Last tweet that I have here from Chrissy Teigen is she tags someone, I don't know, Mr. Gene Hong. She says, ew, you don't have live-in chefs and maids? Oh, honey. So, this is why people don't like her. This is why she made her Twitter private.
Coward.
Sad.
Real sad. We lost a good one today.
Rest in peace, Chrissy Teigen's Twitter account.
So I guess we gotta punish her.
I say we just take her Twitter away completely.
That would be the biggest punishment.
Yeah. She can even be rich. I don't care. Just stop talking.
Stop talking.
I say we just take every rich person's fucking Twitter account away.
Yeah.
They're not allowed free speech anymore.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, I was getting in a fucking Twitter war with these people over a very mild criticism of Elon Musk because he's been on his whole fucking shtick of like, oh, we need to reopen the economy, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to reopen my plant, government be damned. And I was like, hey, you should have your Twitter account taken away for pretending that you're a guy who likes anime and you have a goth girlfriend and you're all, oh, remember the 90s? And I had all this slew of fucking people that are like, oh, you're just jealous and whatever. And it's like, no, he shouldn't have a Twitter account.
Oh, no.
He's a dick.
Weird nerds, weird nerds get
and another
so
guy
defensive
was like,
of him.
It was astounding because I was just like, this isn't even like a criticism. This is just me dicking around.
He's like,
one guy called me a pussy because I wanted to like quiver in my room, and I'm like, I didn't say anything about the lockdown. I just don't like Elon Musk.
He's like Reddit personified, like
epic narwhal bacon, baby.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, and like.
My theory is that
At least Grimes seems to actually like anime. Like, she made them change their, like, icons to, like, the brother and sister from Ori Emo. And for people who don't know what Ori Emo is, it is a brother-sister romance. They're blood related.
They're not.
And it's a romance. And they change...
They find out in the second season, casual, that they're not blood related.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure, like in the
manga they might be, because I don't read the manga because I'm not an incest.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure in the light novel they are. So I was thinking about the light novel. I've never watched it because I don't want to. But
all right.
But they did have their icons as that couple, and I'm like, there's no way Elon knows who the fuck these characters are.
Yeah.
And this was just Grimes like saying, hey, we should have matching icons, it'd be so funny and cool.
Elon Musk is one of those
it's cool.
Elon Musk is one of those fuckers who watches like a couple episodes of Naruto and then is like, I love anime. Aren't I special?
Yeah.
Look at how special I am.
Sounds like
dick.
That sounds like it's time for your dick flattening meme. Honey, it's time to change your anime avatar.
Yes, Grimes.
Okay.
My favorite part of this whole Elon Musk fucking negging Grimes while she's having his child is whatchamacallit, Azalea Banks is now rearing her dusty head to comment on this again.
Yes.
Do you guys remember that whole episode?
Oh,
I do,
yeah.
yeah.
Azalea Banks won that one because she called Grimes a brittle bone meth head, and that looked like she smelled like a roll of pennies. And I'm like, you can't come back from
Here's
that.
my question.
All Grimes could...
Why do people keep letting Azalea Banks in their house? She put out like one mildly good song, 12 fucking years ago? Why is she still around? You think after one Twitter freakout of calling Zayn Malik a sand N-word, she would not be allowed in anybody else's property, yet she, like a bad joke, she keeps coming back every couple years, doing something equally as batshit and insane as calling Grimes a brittle bone meth head.
She's like a cockroach.
Hey, you know what? On that note, let's get on to our key to the city. We like to give something nice, something good, basically. My key to the city this week goes to Michael Richards. I want to read you a post from Michael Richards' new Instagram account, which just went up recently.
Do we have to censor?
No.
Okay.
We're fine.
Okay.
It says, until today, I have avoided social media completely, but I've created this account in order to say something belatedly about a person I love. Jerry Stiller was an absolute treasure. I adored him and loved working with him on Seinfeld. Watch the pool table scene. That says it all. We really shoot the ball back and forth, and that's what happened between us throughout the series. He was hilarious and a great friend. He's a legendary showman, and he was always an inspiration to me. I thought that was kind of nice. You know, I mean, all that stuff happened, you know, before the major advent of social media. And, yeah, at the same time, rest in peace, Jerry Stiller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my key to the city.
It's really nice.
Nico?
My key to the city goes to the Apple iPad because it's cool. I use my Trump books to buy one so I can draw more, and I've been reading a lot of manga again, so that's
Again? When did you stop?
Well, a lot more than I have been. Like
She took a break to watch more anime.
Yeah, Christ. No, I took a break to watch 90 Day Fiancé. Get it right.
That's my favorite anime.
I agree.
Sirancha, key to the city, something nice.
My key to the city
good?
goes to Darcy from 90 Day Fiancé. She is the drunkest woman I've ever seen on daytime television, but she's a queen, and I just watched, spoiler alert, which she tells Tom the fuck off for being an asshole, and then Tom flies to Connecticut to try to apologize to her, and she slams the door in her fucking face. Like, Darcy might be 45 years old, and she might be an alcoholic, and she might be crying on her first dates, but even she knows this guy lives in public housing, who Tom, by the way, trying to flex on the gram, accidentally doxed himself by posting his address, revealing that he does live in the British version of Section 8. So good job, Darcy. You know to call him when you see him.
Oh God, and like he was like, oh, you put on some weight, and then it's like, fuck you, Tom, you British piece of shit. I love Darcy.
She's great.
I hope nothing but the best for Darcy.
Me too.
Grant, perhaps something less controversial?
Right. My key to the city this week goes to it's a 2. They got to share the key. Slime to Garbage Main and Lil Cern.
Yes.
They put out this album a couple of weeks ago, and I don't think we ever brought it up on the show, but it's a good album. So I can't remember what it's called, but you guys know those people. They've been on the show. Yeah, look it up on Spotify. It's Slime to Garbage Main, Lil Cern, who is Alex Schultz, who is Be Nice to Me Productions.
They got a great track about how to steal from Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Oh man, my 13-year-old self would be all about that.
And some people never grew out of it. This week's Thought Cop's word of the week is grill pill. This is beyond red pill, beyond the black pill. This is the grill pill. It's when you've seen everything the world has to offer. You see the puppet strings. You see the world for what it is. And then all you can say is, I just want to grill. You just turn it into the Microsoft clip art guy, the middle-aged man with the grill. And you're just like, yeah.
I really do relate to that guy the older and older I get.
Don't we all just want to grill?
Yeah.
And deep down inside, I think that grilling could be something different for everybody.
It's like a spiritual grill.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of like that King of the Hill where, like, Luann's lawn was the pool.
Huh?
Remember that King of the Hill where, like, Hank was, like, telling Luann, because she had all those shitty roommates, and he's like, you just need to find your own lawn, and then she just gets addicted to, like, cleaning their pool.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
It's kind of like that. You need your own spiritual grill.
Right.
So before we move on to the final segment of the show, Key to the City, if you guys want to plug your social media, let us know where we can all listen to Darksyde Jills.
Yes, my name is Sirancha. If you've enjoyed this little taste of neuroticism, you can follow me on Twitter at DeleteYourAccount, spelled DeleteYourAccount. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Sirancho. I got 3,000 followers overnight, and I have no idea where they all came from. So join the fam. It's SIERRANCHO on Instagram. You can watch Darksyde Jills at patreon.com/Asterios. We have the first episode out for free on the YouTube. Just look for Darksyde Piss Jug, and I think it'll come up.
You probably know who I am. Twitter, Goth John Benet. Instagram, Goth Benet? Yeah, Goth Benet. And then, what Sirancha said, patreon.com/Asterios. You can listen to us. We'll have a new episode. We're recording Sunday, so a couple days after that.
Yeah, throw some bucks on there. You can listen to me and Grant in the next episode.
Hell yeah.
That too.
That'll be fun. So, all right, let's get to those voicemails. If you want to leave your own, give us a call. What the fuck is the number?
312-788-7361.
Oh, God. All right, let's go.
You're the man now, dog. Hey, Thought Cops, it's your granddad, Firecloud. This is gonna be a long one. Listen up, because I'm bringing you My 2 minutes of hate this week goes to Onision, aka James Greg Jackson, and Dovey Vanity of Blood on the Dance Floor, aka Jesus Torres. I despise Onision for having a Discord community filled with underage children that he likes to chat up and feeds on their idolizing of him, as well as opening an OnlyFans that no doubt has tons of subscriptions by his cult following, which mainly consists of minors. This man goes out of his way to re-victimize his young exes from his past and has been known to team up with his femboy trans husband Kai Jackson, aka Lanybot, to lure these young women in for the promise of a poly relationship with them.
Is he
This
reading a
man's fake
Wikipedia
rants
article?
and ravings on YouTube drive me crazy. Onision's punishment is to have his micro-dick baby carrot chopped up into Minecraft mushroom stew force-fed to him in Minecraft.
I like it too.
Davi Vanity of Blood on the Dance Floor has been grooming and molesting tween girls as young as 16 since the start of his career when he was a nobody. He forces them to give him head, or he gets angry with them and goes as far as threatening to leave one girl during an international tour she accompanied him on. He is still grooming 16-year-olds to this day on his Instagram, Dark Arts Official.
Is this Chris Hansen
If any
leaving this?
listener stands either of these two scumbags, do me a favor, block me right now. Davi should be gagged with his smelly ass wig in Minecraft. My key to the city goes to Chris Hansen for shedding the light on these two predators on his YouTube channel and moving law enforcement of all tiers to look into these two in order to build a case to prosecute them with to get them the jail time they deserve. And now, palate cleanser. Officer Grant, how are them calves doing during quarantine? Can we have weekly calf updates? Thanks
They're
a lot.
the same size.
Wow, what a pivot there.
Sriracha. Okay, I have to tell you what this voicemail was.
Briefly sum this up. She couldn't hear that one due to a technical difficulty.
TLDR was talking about how much Onision and Davey Vanity of Blood on the Dance Floor suck and are pedophiles and how Chris Hansen is cool.
That's like right in your wheelhouse.
Have you seen his OnlyFans?
Yes, it's all like fucking CGI, and it's like,
I fucking hate it. Onision has recently created an OnlyFans, and every fucking day he posts a picture of himself with his shirt off, and it's like it. Listen, all I'm saying, I don't want to body shame Onision, but all I'm saying, if I was going to take my clothes off and sell photos of that for money, I would do at least one sit-up in my life. He just looks like a normal ass dude.
Like, he's like Dennis Reynolds, but of YouTube. He's like truly like unhinged, and then Davey Vanity is just like a violent rapist, pedophile. So
well, thanks for keeping the material light on that voicemail. It was really appreciated.
And then they asked how Grant's calves are doing in quarantine.
Oh man, your gains must be
they're
melting.
The same size. They're fine. What do you guys think? Build me up.
Can't say I pay crazy amount of attention.
Thank you. I that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Kevin. I so much appreciate you saying that. I can't tell you.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed.
It's always like my straight male friends that like hit on me physically, and I'm like, hey, is there something you want to tell me?
No, they just know.
Buddy,
they just know
friend,
how hard
pal?
it is to get those gains.
Just bros watching out.
It's always my fucking calves.
And how easy it is to lose.
Hey, Thought Plops, it's Brandon Kirkman, your boy.
Hey.
I saw that you guys had
Miss you, man.
Sierra and Niko on tonight. Hey, this is the podcast. Guys, my wife's not quite familiar with it, so you should Twitter DM her about it. Anyways, I want to know what you guys would do to Elon Musk if you could do anything in Minecraft. And if you guys already discussed that in the episode, then the Wisconsin lawmakers that decided to keep everything open again, probably want to murder them in Minecraft, but if you want to get creative with it, that's fine too. Anyways, Papa Booey and, the...
Oh my god.
There it is, the signature toilet flush.
God, I hope it picked up.
It did, Brandon. Thank you.
So what would we be doing to Elon in Minecraft?
I don't need to answer that in Minecraft. In real life, we just take his Twitter account away.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
I'm gonna take him to.
And make him eat a smelly wig, whatever the last voicemail said.
I'm gonna.
He has to eat Davey Vanity wig.
So give you Onision another tattoo. I'm gonna lock Elon Musk in a Buca de Beppo's with Chrissy Teigen, and they have to fight each other using like shards of glass in Minecraft. They have to fight each other using shards of glass, and the one who escapes gets to have their Twitter account back.
Speaking of Minecraft, I randomly got like a copy of Minecraft for the Switch in the mail this week, and I did not know who it came from until like a few hours after, because I was like, what the fuck, who sent me
makes
this?
you a more successful e-girl than most of them on the internet.
Congratulations, that's a milestone.
All this joking about doing something in Minecraft, and now I actually own Minecraft. So.
And you can do whatever you want in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Little St. James in Minecraft.
Jesus.
Not for that reason. I'm gonna save them. God, you freak.
Also, he said, I'm sure you have some opinions on the Wisconsin thing.
I gotta go off. I'm from Wisconsin originally. I'm from a place called West Dallas, Wisconsin. And, okay, go on Facebook, Kevin.
Real quick, I gotta download something here.
Okay, but anyway, we're gonna have a 10-second audio of a pregnant nurse at a crowded bar in West Dallas, Wisconsin, bragging about how I got a young kid at home and I'm a full-time nurse and I've just been stressed out. And I'm just like, this is like indicative of my hometown. Pregnant nurse, pandemic, crowded bar, bragging about it on TV.
Yeah, I saw the bars were immediately packed.
Okay, so the thing about Wisconsin and like Milwaukee in general is alcoholics. But we have like the Tavern League, which is like a super powerful what do you call it, trade group.
The league of alcoholic gentlemen.
Yeah, it's and like a lot of people are shocked, but like you can get multiple DUIs in Wisconsin and not get your license taken away. Like I have multiple people I went to high school with who have had like the breathalyzer in the car multiple times and can still drive legally. It's horribly dangerous in my hometown. Like, if someone is driving like an asshole at 2 in the afternoon, they are definitely drunk. There's like a bar on every street. This does not surprise me. It's actually just like I expected nothing and I'm still disappointed.
Business as usual.
Oh my God, truly.
I think it kind of is the same way in LA because I knew multiple people who had Intoxalox on their car, but then Uber came around and all the DUIs went away. Dude, back in the 90s, like everybody had a DUI because there's no public transportation. But then Uber comes.
Yeah, there's barely any in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You grew up in LA.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wisconsin doesn't have like really good public transit like at all, and we don't even have Uber. I'm from over there, so
those people.
Yeah, those people don't have those people don't have a Uber pool. So like Uber is super expensive there. So even like going like a few miles is like over $10, and it sucks. So everyone's just like, I'm just gonna drink and drive, and that's what they do, and that's the Milwaukee.
That's the way. That's the Milwaukee way.
All right, guys, what's up? How's it going?
Hey.
You know the saying, life imitates art?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Heard of
or
it.
is it the other way around?
Oh.
I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. For this one, we're going to say life imitates art. Because, as a kid, one of the first CDs I ever got was Nellyville. And one of my favorite songs of that album was Air Force Ones. And, as a kid, I obviously didn't realize what the song was about. But as I got older, I realized, well, this song is about how these men waste perfectly fine shoes just because they got creases and they're a little dirty. And I mean, Nelly even says the last man that stepped on my Air Forces, I done shot him, something like that.
It's a great recreation.
Not entirely sure anymore. And I bring this up because over the weekend I went to Berlin to visit a friend of mine, and that man is an African American as well.
In Berlin?
And he got himself some new Air Force Ones. And like, Curtis, why are you getting new Air Force Ones? The ones you have are perfectly fine. They're a little creased. They got a little dirt on them. Like, it's just what I do. I mean, you gotta have fresh looking shoes. I'm like, yeah, I agree, but those look still fresh. He's like, nah, I gotta get new ones. But, Curtis, come on. This is not very sustainable. This is bad for the environment. Think of all the child labor. Think of all the child labor that went into making these shoes. Yeah, that's bad for the environment, bro. Right. And he's like, yeah, I don't really care. And he said, you can have my old ones. And I'm like, fuck them kids. All right.
Happy birthday, Yosef.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
Birthday, Yosef. Fuck
His
them.
birthday coming up. He got a used pair of shoes. That's
Hey, he said that they look brand new, so
Yeah.
they got some creases. Fuck that. You got
Yeah,
some
and you
new
can
Air
smell
Force
your
Ones.
friend's smelly shoes.
there you go.
Just put those shoe bomb things in them, whatever. Just spray them down. They're fine.
Hey, Thought Cops, I am Netrunner here, and this week my 2 minutes of Key to the City goes to people who post on Twitter like
awesome?
really good Seinfeld clips.
He's leaving this as
Like
he's
not
listening.
actual clips from the show, but just like a little, what is it now, 280 character script they wrote out.
This guy's a super fan.
It's perfect. It's the perfect length. You can imagine the whole scene, and they nail it. I love that
I'm
stuff.
sorry, I didn't
Thanks,
even hear
guys.
what he was
Bye-bye.
saying. I'm only interested in what's happening in the background.
Yeah, sorry, we talked over that a little bit, but I know what he's talking about. He's referring to these dialogue posts on Twitter where people just type out these like quick Seinfeld scenes or scenes that would be in Seinfeld. Like it's kind of like Seinfeld current day, but not always. Just people,
Not necessarily that account. People just being like, "Oh, Jerry, my iPad broke," or whatever.
Yeah.
The fuck.
yeah, or like just different stuff. Like how would Seinfeld handle the quarantine? Or and it's just a simple Twitter post. It's like less than 240 characters, and it's like we don't need a whole script. We don't need a whole episode. We get the whole joke in that one tweet, and just to be able to condense all of that into one concise point.
Have I?
It's very
Kramer and Newman fighting over turnip prices.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you guys I got really high one night and wrote an episode of Friends about Ross being an incel?
Oh my
Hang on,
god!
I'll read you
Do you
a
still
quick
have it?
excerpt. Okay. I have it
please.
written down on my phone.
Please.
Ready? Ross, I'm an incel, guys. Rachel, well, come on, Ross. You're not an incel. What makes you an incel? Ross, I haven't had sex in 3 months, Rachel. And Rachel says, well, Ross, I haven't had sex in 4 months. I must be a mega incel. And Shreya says, no, Rachel, women can't be incels.
That's better than actual Friends.
Yeah.
Like there's like something inherently funny about bringing any 90s sitcom into like modern day, just because it's so formulaic and it lends itself to like there's something comfortable about that too. I think that's part of why this stuff is so enjoyable. Like it's not only funny, but it's also comfortable because like I think a lot of us grew up watching these kind of shows, and a lot of that stuff has kind of gone by the wayside in favor of more serialized dramas. And everything
Sitcoms
like that.
still exist.
Like 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah, or whatever, but like sitcoms don't like they don't share that
They're
same
not good anymore.
I don't even
level
know
of-
if I've watched like a new sitcom.
Yeah.
In a while.
What's that, Grant?
I don't know if I've seen a new sitcom in a long time.
I don't really like. I don't like. What would you even define it?
The Roseanne reboot and like.
Oh yeah.
When they boot.
It's a reboot though. I'm talking about like maybe something more along the lines of like Big Bang Theory or something.
But
like
they
that, 'cause that's
rebooted
newer.
it without Roseanne after
Right.
she had the gamer moment, and like I watched that first episode, and they renamed it The Connors,
yeah.
and like they keep mentioning it's like can't believe mom's dead, and like.
Yeah, really sucks that mom got old.
And like the little girl, like the granddaughter, she's like, is Grandma Rose really dead? And like the only person who actually seemed sad was like John Goodman. He's probably just like, oh, this bitch ruined like our
She got canceled, honey.
She ruined our livelihoods in this show, this fucking reboot of Roseanne without Roseanne is not going to last long, and it didn't, and it's so funny.
Oh, Netrunner says Last Man Standing. Of course.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch that. I'm sorry.
Sriracha's right. All sitcoms now are bad. That's
no,
the
I
problem.
can't think of a good
Make a
new
good
sitcom.
one.
Even when they're in their early couple, I think the last good sitcom I watched was argumentatively Parks and Recreation, and I know a lot of people think that sucks dick too.
And I would agree.
That's almost more of the what do you call that? Like the documentary style, mockumentary.
But it's like
that feels more like that than sitcom.
So
I know it's a situational comedy, but
it sounds like what you're describing as a sitcom is like a studio audience. kind of sitcom.
Yeah, like more along the lines of like a Frasier or a Seinfeld or something like that.
Yeah, I obviously with the pandemic and quarantine, it really has shifted the cultural consciousness of the world as a whole. And I do think that there may be some return to form because in the midst of all of this pain and suffering, I think that people do want something that's not just edgy and out there. They kind of want something like 90s sitcoms or even 80s sitcoms.
When you look at like the numbers for what people watch on Hulu and Netflix and stuff like that, like the number one shows are always The Office, which, we just said mockumentary versus sitcom, but it's always like The Office, it's always Frasier, it's always Cheers, it's always Seinfeld. Like those are the top most viewed shows of, anything, withholding any other style of TV.
I don't know if this counts as a
okay, guys, let's all get together and let's make an 80s style like Family Matters show with all of us in Asterios.
That sounds great.
That was the 90s.
Yeah, but like let's all like I want to like let's bring back wholesome entertainment to television.
Asterios is very wholesome.
Yeah, like
he's
just
too wholesome.
Imagine like we're all living in a house. It's like we're roommates during the quarantine.
He's all of our dads.
Yeah. Let's make it happen. All right, well, if you want to leave your own voicemail, like I said, give us a call, 312-788-7361. Or you can always send us an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com.
Make them an MP3, please.
Yeah.
No MP4s.
Yeah.
Or M4As or whatever the fuck.
And it is-
MP3 only.
Yeah. And keep them under 1 minute, please. I'm going to start putting my foot down here.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to also support the show, throw us a few bucks over at patreon.com/thoughtcops. We got plenty of bonus content on there. You'll get it immediately as soon as you donate. So check that out. Sriracha, thanks so much for coming back on
Thanks
the show.
for having me.
And Niko, always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Check out Darksyde Jills.
Do it.
Thanks everybody for listening. See you next time.
Do it.
Bye. Do it
bitch.
now.
Bye.